Think about the most important person in your life right now: a partner, a friend, a stranger who said one thing that changed you forever. Now ask yourself this: what if that encounter was never an accident? What if the exact moment they walked into your life, the way it happened, the timing, the feeling that something shifted, was not coincidence at all, but a signal from the deepest part of who you are? Today, we are going to go somewhere most people never dare to look. Not outward, not toward the other person, but inward, toward the part of you that has been quietly shaping every relationship you have ever had. Carl Jung called it the unconscious. And once you understand how it works, you will never look at the people in your life the same way again. There is a phenomenon most of us have experienced, but very few can explain. You are going about your ordinary life, sitting in a cafe, waiting on a platform, standing in a hallway, and suddenly someone appears. Maybe it is a glance that holds a half second too long. Maybe it is a conversation that starts about nothing and ends about everything. Something shifts, and afterward, you cannot trace exactly when your life before that moment ended and your life after it began. We call these moments coincidences. We say we were in the right place at the right time. We shrug and move on, filing the experience somewhere between luck and mystery. But Carl Jung would not let you shrug. He would lean forward and say, "What you are calling coincidence is actually the language of your own soul." Jung introduced the world to a concept he called synchronicity. He defined it as a meaningful coincidence, two events with no causal relationship that nonetheless carry deep personal significance when they collide. Not magic, not mysticism, something more precise than that. A conversation between your inner world and the outer world, happening simultaneously, as if the universe were pointing directly at something you needed to see. His most famous example involves a patient who was stuck. She was intelligent, analytical, controlled, and that control was the very thing blocking her healing. She came to him one morning and described a dream she had the night before. In the dream, she had been given a golden scarab, an ancient Egyptian symbol of transformation and rebirth. As she sat in Jung's office recounting this dream, something struck the window. Jung got up, opened it, and in flew a rare golden beetle, the closest creature Central Europe had to a scarab. He caught it, turned to his patient, and handed it to her. Her defenses cracked. Something opened. The healing began. For Jung, this was not a miracle. It was a message. The psyche had needed a symbol powerful enough to break through the patient's rational armor, and somehow the outer world had delivered it at exactly the right moment. The inner world and the outer world had spoken to each other. That is synchronicity. Now apply that same logic to relationships. Jung believed something that most people find uncomfortable the first time they hear it. He believed that the people who come into your life are not chosen randomly. They are drawn, not by conscious intent, not by decision, but by resonance, by the frequency of your inner world broadcasting outward without your awareness. Until you make the unconscious conscious, he said, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. The unconscious is not a passive storage room. It is active. It is always working. And one of the primary ways it works is through projection, taking what is unresolved, unfaced, or deeply desired within you and casting it outward onto the people you meet. This is why certain strangers feel immediately familiar. This is why certain faces trigger something in you that you cannot explain logically. This is why you can meet someone for the first time and feel, with complete irrationality, that you already know them. Your unconscious does know them, not literally, but symbolically. They carry something your inner world has already been working with, a pattern, a wound, a longing. And when they appear in your external life, the psyche lights up in recognition. The people we are most drawn to often carry what Jung called our shadow, the parts of ourselves we have suppressed, disowned, or never allowed to develop. The qualities we criticize most harshly in others are frequently the qualities we most fear within ourselves. The things that magnetize us in other people are often the things we most desperately want to integrate within ourselves. This is not a comfortable truth, but it is a liberating one. Think about the relationships in your life that have carried the most intensity, the love that felt like it rewrote your entire nervous system, the friendship that felt fated, the person whose presence alone made you feel seen in a way you had never experienced, but also the person who triggered you beyond all proportion, the one who pushed buttons you did not even know you had. Both categories were operating on the same principle. They were mirrors. Jung described relationships as mirrors of the psyche. When you look at another person with intense emotion, you are rarely seeing only them. You are seeing a projection of your own inner architecture. This is why patterns repeat. If you keep attracting people who abandon you, there is an abandonment wound inside you seeking resolution. If you keep attracting people who overpower you, there is a part of you that has not yet claimed its authority. If you keep attracting unavailable people, there may be a part of you that remains unavailable to yourself. This is not blame. It is how the unconscious speaks. Jung organized these deeper forces into archetypes, universal patterns within what he called the collective unconscious. There is the teacher, the mirror, the trigger, the destroyer, and the healer. Each appears when the psyche is ready, not before, not randomly, but when your growth requires that encounter. The self does not seek comfort, it seeks wholeness, and wholeness requires encountering every part of yourself, even the parts you keep in shadow. Now this is where Joseph Murphy deepens what Jung began. Murphy argued that your conscious desires are far less powerful than your subconscious beliefs. You can consciously want love, but if your subconscious believes you are unworthy, the subconscious will win. The subconscious is fertile soil. Whatever you repeatedly plant through belief and emotion will grow into your reality. When your inner state changes, your resonance changes. And when your resonance changes, what you attract changes. This is not mysticism, it is alignment. There is one more truth the ego finds almost unbearable. When the lesson an encounter was meant to deliver is complete, the person often leaves. Not always through betrayal, sometimes through distance, sometimes through change, sometimes through death. The ego asks, why did they go? The soul asks, what did they awaken in me? That shift from why to what is the beginning of alchemy. Some loves do not stay forever. Some of the most important people in your life were never meant to stay. They came like fire. They burned away old identities, old fears, old stories about who you were allowed to be. And then they left. Not because you failed, because the burning was complete. Forgiveness is not excusing what someone did. It is releasing yourself from the weight of carrying it. It is deciding that your future will not be chained to a past that cannot be changed. Nothing that has come into your life has been random. Every person who moved you, challenged you, loved you, broke you, they resonated with something already vibrating within you. Some arrived gently. Some arrived like storms. Some built something in you that had never existed before. Some removed something that had been holding you back for years. But all of them were doorways. Doorways not to them, but to yourself. The real question is not about the other person. It is this: what is my inner world telling me about itself through the people I attract? Begin there. Go inward. The answers have always been inside you, wearing other people's faces. If this resonated with you, if it opened something in you, stay on this path. There is so much more to explore, and every step begins within you.